Let's talk about swamping. Okay. You meet someone, your connection is instant, you're texting non-stop, seeing each other every night, sharing playlists, traumas, passwords. It feels like magic. You say things like, I feel I've known you forever. We just get each other. It's so intense, I've never felt something like this before. And then it crashes. One person pulls away, the other one panics. There's confusion, resentment, distance, and then tense. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tilika and I make videos on mental health, on alternate therapies, on ways to heal myself and take you along in the journey with me. And today we are talking about swamping, the subtle but dangerous pattern of merging too quickly, too intensely, and too completely, and why it is silently killing so many relationships. So, what is swamping? Swamping is when the boundaries between two people dissolve too fast. You stop being you start becoming us. You are together constantly, you text all day, you answer each other's thoughts, you start using we instead of I without realizing it. And it feels romantic. It feels like love. But what it actually is, it is emotional codependence in disguise. Because what you're doing is you're not bonding, you're fusing. And fusion kills chemistry, it kills individuality, it makes it impossible to breathe, and eventually one person will need to come out for air. So let's put this on ChatGPT and understand what is this term coming up, what is swamping, and what is the psychology behind it. Okay, so ChatGPT reacts. Number one, loss of self identity. Swamping leads to enmeshment, a lack of emotional boundaries when partners can no longer differentiate between their feelings, desires, or even values. You stop checking in with your own truth, you start absorbing theirs. And instead of growing together, you start dissolving into each other. Number two, dopamine and fantasy bonding. Intense early bonding spikes dopamine and oxytocin, the same chemicals released during addiction. But instead of slowing down to build trust, you fast forward. You mistake emotional flooding for connection. It's not love, it's euphoria. And euphoria is not sustainable. Number three, nervous system overload. Hyper availability and constant closeness can activate attachment wounds. For anxious partners, it feels like safety. For avoidant partners, it feels like drowning. Swamping can look like love, but it actually reactivates trauma loops from childhood. I can't be alone. I'll be abandoned. I need to hold on tight so they do not leave. Okay, that was ChatGPT. Now, what are the subtle signs that you are in a swamped dynamic? Number one is your world revolves around them. You stop seeing friends, you stop doing things just for yourself, you can't even sleep without texting them good night. Number two is that your nervous system is always spiked. Every text is a lifeline, every silence feels like a threat. You are in love, but you are also in a fight or flight situation. Number three is that you start abandoning yourself. You compromise on things you never used to. You take on their schedule, their diet, their language. It's not conscious, but it's consistent. Number four, the moment they pull back, you spiral. Their alone time feels like rejection. Their boundaries feel like a punishment. And you start to panic because you've built a home inside a person instead of inside your own self. Why do we do it? Why it is so common now? We are a generation that is starved for connection. We live online. We barely see each other. We don't trust love to come slow, so we rush it. We want proof now that we matter, that this is real, that we're not being ghosted or played. So we latch on too fast, too hard, and we romanticize intensity. We think love should feel like obsession, like urgency, but the truth is that swamping is not romantic. It is survival mode. Is a version of love you create when you do not believe you are safe on your own. So ChatGPT reacts again. What healthy bonding actually looks like. Number one is time. Real connection builds slowly. It's not a firework, it's a candle. Steady, present, real. Number two, individuality. You still have your own friends, your own routine, your own sense of self. You don't disappear inside them. You meet them as yourself. Number three is emotional pacing. You talk about hard things, but you don't trauma bond. You share your fears, but you don't unload them all in the first week. You stay grounded because you've built that stability inside before you share it with someone else. That was ChatGPT. But how do you break this pattern? Let me say this clearly. Intensity is not intimacy. Obsession is not love. So if you're someone who gets attached fast, who clings to connection the moment it shows up, who mistakes constant contact for closeness, Here is the truth. You do not need to be fused with someone to be loved. You don't need to lose yourself to be chosen. And the person who really sees you will never ask you to shrink yourself to fit inside their world. So here's what ChatGPT says that why swamping leads to breakup emotionally, physiologically, and rationally. Number one is the burnout. The nervous system cannot sustain emotional intensity 24/7. Eventually, one person gets exhausted and checks out. Number two is the resentment. When your world revolves around someone and they ask for space, you start to resent them. It feels like abandonment, even if it is just self care. Number three is the identity crisis. When the relationship ends, you just do not grieve them, you grieve yourself, the version of you that only existed with them. That is why it hurts so much. Because when swamping ends, it feels like you have ended too. So, what do? We slow down. We come home to ourselves. We learn to hold our own hand before we reach for someone else's. You're not here to disappear into someone. You are here to be met fully, clearly, safely. The kind of love that lasts is not the one that consumes you, it's the one that lets you breathe. And that's the love you deserve. That's the love that waits. And that's the love that starts with you.